Welcome back to my channel. You already know it's your boy Hood Diggity, the Rock Reactor, back with another video. Yes, sir. Before I proceed, let me know where you tapping in from. Let me know what country, what city, what mountain, what hill, what cave, what island, what planet, what universe. Let me know where you at. Represent your hood. Yes, sir. You know, guys, September 11, 2001. In the morning, I remember I used to work for a wholesale company that delivers food out of New Jersey. So when the first plane hit the tower, I was inside the Holland Tunnel. We was going to Brooklyn that day, and I remember I was sleeping in the truck, and when we got out of the tunnel, you could see the World Trade Center right there. The truck driver woke me up and said, "Oh shit, look, the tower is burning." So I look and I see this, and then we turn on the radio and it's all over the radio and shit that it's a terrorist attack. But it seemed like it was just a regular fire. So when we went to Canal Street, and then when we crossed the Brooklyn Bridge, right there, right in the middle, when we was in the middle of the Brooklyn, halfway through the Brooklyn Bridge, we see the second. I witnessed it, like right then and there. I witnessed the second plane hit the second tower. I remember the truck shook like this, and we got out and we was going crazy. We was like, what the fuck is going on? I said, yo, let's get the fuck out the bridge, but they bombed the bridge also. So we fucking hurry up and got the fuck out of there. I remember that we had to stay over till like 3 in the morning because we were stuck in New York because nobody could get out of New York City. New York City was closed in completely. And then, like I said, after that, you know, it was fucking chaos, guys. Anyway, speaking of that, I seen this. FBI stops potential terrorist attacks, raids home in Dearborn facility in Inkster. I think this is Michigan. I believe this is Michigan. Dearborn, I believe, is in Michigan. But anyway, guys, it's crazy, guys, and we cannot forget what happened those days. We can never ever forget what happened, and we need to support law enforcement, guys. I'm not in the States, but I got family in the States. I got my children in the States. I got my mother in the States. I got my brothers, my cousins. Most of my families are in the States. So I worried a lot because of things like this. And I never forget, guys. 2 things I never forget is 9/11 and COVID days, the pandemic. Cannot forget that, guys, because it can easily come right back. We need to not only do not forget it, but appreciate the fact we overcame it, and do not put anything past the fact that this may come back again. And we may get another terrorist attack even worse. But anyway, guys, let's get right to it. And before we do, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Any donations to my channel will be greatly appreciated. My PayPal account is on the screen. Let's get right to it. Terrorist attacks, FBI raids home in Dearborn.
Detroit starts with breaking news.
And we begin tonight with at least 2 people arrested in a potential terror plot thwarted by the FBI right here in Metro Detroit. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 5 on this Halloween day. I'm Glenda Lewis. We appreciate you joining us. So here's what we know right now. ABC News is reporting that at least 2 people have been arrested and 3 others have been taken in for questioning. We're told their ages range from 16 to 20 years old. We've been on this story all morning as the FBI carried out a number of raids in both Dearborn and Inkster. Our crews were on the scene on 3 raids at homes on Horger and Middle Point Streets in Dearborn and at a youth hall facility in Inkster. So we have Team 7 coverage for you tonight. Darren Cunningham standing.
I have a question, guys. Off the rip, I have a question. Why aren't they showing these suspects on the screen? Okay, they're minors, but 20 years old, you grown. So why aren't they showing their pictures? Why aren't they saying any names?
But we're going to begin with 7 News Detroit reporter Tiara Braddock in Dearborn with the latest on this investigation. Tiara.
Hi, Glenda. Well, things have definitely calmed down here on Middle Point Street where I am right now. The FBI and other law enforcement agencies have left the scene, but residents are still reeling from what they saw. They say they can't believe something like this happened in their neighborhood.
As long as I've lived here, this has been a very peaceful, quiet, nobody bothers you.
Barbara Sala says she thought someone was playing.
That's the reason why they do it. That's the reason why it's happening there, because it's quiet. They're not going to do it in the middle of Detroit, in the middle of the city. They're not going to plan that and plot that because people will be watching. They have to do it in places like this. I mean, nobody would expect it.
A prank on her when she heard the FBI was raiding 2 homes in Dearborn, one on Horger Street and another on Middle Point Street in Dearborn, which is a half a block away from her home.
When I heard what it was about, I was just praying that they were wrong.
The news broke early Friday morning when FBI Director Kash Patel tweeted that the agency arrested multiple subjects in Michigan who were allegedly plotting a violent attack over Halloween weekend.
Everyone's like such a tight, close-knit group. Everybody knows everybody, so when something like this happens, you don't expect it.
Holly Kemp lives down the street from one of the homes searched by federal agents. She says there were police in the neighborhood at around 4:30 in the morning.
My husband jumped out of bed because he heard a bang sound, and then all of a sudden he heard bang, 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 so he thought it was shotgun, a gun went off. And then so he looked out the window and he saw a bunch of cop lights.
According to ABC News, sources tell them that the suspects' ages range from 16 to 20, and the FBI took action after undercover operatives monitored online communications from a number of suspects in a group chat. Sources also told ABC News that the suspects engaged in firearms training and mentioned Pumpkin Day, which they believe was a reference to Halloween.
I'm glad they stopped whatever it was they might have done.
Guys, sometimes you see those videos, those YouTube videos where you have Karens, that they're being nosy neighbors, and they see people of different ethnic backgrounds. Like if you see a Arabic dude move next door, move into your neighborhood, you're already looking out. I mean, sometimes, guys, when you have things like this, you kind of realize, you kind of get it. You kind of understand why somebody would be suspicious and somebody would racial profile somebody. Because look at this. What if this thing would have happened? I mean, it's crazy. Sometimes, you don't want to say that, but when you see people that are nosy, you kind of wonder why, man. It's because you don't want that shit next to you or around you.
Now, we know there are still so many unanswered questions when it comes to this situation, and we're working to get those details, and as soon as we have them, we'll make sure to update you. But in the meantime, the FBI and Dearborn police say there is no active threat to the community. Live in Dearborn, Tierra Braddock, 7 News, Detroit.
Something else, guys, that they're not giving too much details. Maybe is it because they don't know? I mean, but usually the FBI, when the FBI hits up on you, they already know everything. They know what the fuck is going on. But there's a lot of details they're leaving out of this, guys.
All right, Tierra, thank you. Our Team 7 coverage continues.
Like, what type of plot was they, what was they plotting? What was they plotting? What was they planning to hit? What was the target? How did they suspect it? There's a lot of shit that they're not talking about.
News now with 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham. He's live on the other scene of the raid in Dearborn, this one on Horger Street, not far from Fordson High School. And Darren, what can you tell us from there?
Yes, Glenda, a neighbor tells me 6 or 7 people live in the home here behind me on Horger Street. Well, the FBI raided it, spending about 9 hours going in and out of the home with boxes. And I spoke with the neighbor who says he's familiar with the family and that he witnessed it all go down this morning.
Early this morning around 5 a.m., we heard loud bangs, and we seen the FBI agents telling our neighbors to come out of the house.
Lareep Irfin says it was an alarming way to start the day as law enforcement swarmed his neighbor's home 2 doors down.
We just seen them being told, get out of the house, hands behind your back, handcuffs, and then just being under an investigation.
An investigation into a possible terror plot, according to FBI Director Kash Patel. He posted about it on X. Though details are scarce, he says the alleged attack could have been carried out Halloween weekend. Irfan says it's a shocking revelation as he and his family prepare to celebrate the holiday where so many children are out trick-or-treating.
A little concerning, if something, God forbid, were to happen. But, as far as the FBI doing their part, I feel a little bit better now. We've never had a problem like that in this neighborhood. So.
Had you met or interacted with the folks at the house there?
Oh, yeah. So we're really good neighbors with them. Nothing of that nature, where we could speculate like, hey, this person's kind of off. But we just hope and pray that everything works out for them.
Irfan says.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that this is domestic terrorism that we're talking about.
4 or 5 brothers, teenagers, and young adults live at the home with their parents. A woman left the house not long before the FBI.
Oh, I take that back. Oh, hell no. This is on some Bin Laden shit. I said domestic terrorism. It's not domestic. Definitely not domestic. Well, it is domestic because but I was thinking like internal, like some political shit, some crazy shit like that. I wasn't thinking it was one of those.
But we just hope and pray that everything works out for them.
Irfan says 4 or 5 brothers, teenagers, and young adults live at the home with their parents. A woman left the house not long before.
See, look, as soon as I saw that, I said, wait a minute.
Before the FBI cleared the scene.
It's domestic because it's internal, but I was thinking it was like white people or black people, like regular, internal shit.
Around 2:30. That's when I knocked on the door to see what anyone at the house could share about the investigation, but no one came to the door. Not long after, men who identified themselves as the family's attorneys arrived and then.
Oh, so this is on some 9/11 shit, some Bin Laden type of shit.
Left, saying they wouldn't be providing comment about any allegations at this time. Inkster's police chief confirms the FBI executed a search warrant at a storage facility. I stopped by the U-Haul over on Michigan Avenue. I was directed to their corporate office. I spoke with U-Haul Media Relations. They did confirm that their location in Inkster on Michigan Avenue was searched. However, they had nothing to share at this point. They say they are cooperating with the investigation, and as of right now, it's unclear or unknown whether they recovered anything from that storage facility of any significance at this time. Live in Dearborn, Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
All right, Darren, thank you. Also this morning, 7 News Detroit took the opportunity to ask Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel if she had been briefed on the investigation, and here's what she told us.
We've been in consultation with the FBI in regard to this matter, and while I can't speak publicly to the details of it, I can just say that I'm very, very grateful for the FBI's work in protecting the community and keeping people safe. And I'm sure we'll learn more about the details publicly later, but I'm thankful for their good work.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer weighing in via social media, writing, quote, "This morning I was briefed by Director Patel on the thwarted potential terrorist attack in our state. As details continue to develop, I am grateful for the swift action of the FBI and Michigan State Police, protecting Michiganders. Her office not releasing any more details at this hour." Our coverage of this alleged plot will continue throughout the night. You can count on 7 News Detroit to share all information, both on air and online, WXYZ.
All Americans, you guys need to be very vigilant. We need to be vigilant all over the world, guys. We need to be vigilant everywhere. We need to check us. We need to look out and beware of our surroundings, guys, everywhere we go, because you never, ever, ever know. And it's not just New York City anymore. It's in rural areas. Look at this, Dearborn, Michigan. It's crazy. Middle America. Crazy, guys. We need to be aware, guys, because there's a lot of division. There's a lot of people feeling some type of way. There's a lot of people there's a lot of martyr. Everybody want to be a martyr. Everybody want to be a savior. And it's not just the people from the Arabic people. It's everybody, guys. It's everybody. And we just got to be aware of your surroundings. I want to know more details about this, guys. I want to know more details about it. I wonder what they was plotting And then they picked Halloween also too. They're probably going to go out with the mask. Who knows? Because there's no important monuments there. I don't know, guys. Let me know what's going on with that, guys. Let me know what's going on. And of course, guys, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Any donations to my channel will be greatly appreciated. My PayPal account is on the screen. May God help us all. Peace, love, and God bless.